and I'm proud to present the Friends of Section 3 Division 1 Coach of the Year to Coach Dave Wise.
Thank you very much, Tony. I was prepared for something else. And it's tough to follow Bill Case. Bill Case was coaching at Mexico my senior year in 1989. And I hope, he's still young.
That was my first year.
It was his first year. I hope to have the longevity and expertise that you have someday too. This is a great company to be in. First of all, thank you to the Friends of Wrestling Selection Committee, coaches, wrestlers, officials, and supporters, because I'm honored to be chosen Section 3 Coach of the Year. One of the greatest compliments a person can receive in their life is to be honored by our peers. Not only is this a great accomplishment for me, but I would not be standing here in front of you without the total support that I receive from my team, wrestlers, booster club, school, administrators, coaching staff, my parents, relatives, and most of all, my family. My wife, Deborah, I told her to stand up, she won't. And when I heard that I was getting this award, she said, "You might be the Section 3 Coach of the Year, but you're not in this house." It's true. My daughter Madison, who I just pass every so often because she dances 7 nights a week, and after long matches I just come and see her for a few minutes and she goes to bed. Maybe that's where all my money goes to now, but that's fine. My 2 sons, Dylan and Blake, who just picked up sport wrestling. I didn't want to force it on them, but they love it now, and our living room is now a wrestling room. Great. If anyone understands what it takes to be a single wife, it has to be my wife. She has to be in 3 different places at once, and every coach's wife has to put up with this. They truly make the sacrifice that allows their husbands to be with their extended family all the time. I would not be here today and speaking in front of you if my wife did not share my love for coaching at times at this level, put other kids and families before our own. So I truly share this award with my wife and family because they are the ones making the sacrifice so I could be the person I've become today in this wrestling community. Thank you. When I came to Liverpool 6 years ago, I walked in a program that had bottomed out. Coach Williams built a strong nucleus and left it with a league title and 60 kids. And I was at CNS coaching modified, and I left and I thought to myself, what an idiot I am. And other people did too. I left the secureness of a good team, good modified team, but I was always searching for something else. Coach Williams told me at one practice he showed up to, they only had 5 kids. So my work was cut out for me. I met with Mark Potter, who's now the superintendent, talked it over, went home and checked with my wife first, and came back the next day and told me I fully accept. I didn't know where to go, so I went to Wayne Blue, and he left me with a few words. He said, believe in the kids, show them how important it is, and put your knowledge to work. You know it all. And that's what I did, and I never looked back. For the past 40 years of my life, wrestling's played a major role as a wrestler and coach. I've learned many things from my formative years in Fulton, from my youth years spent with Robert and Dick Rafaya, my varsity coaches Wayne Blue and Mike Connors, to coaches like Gene Mills and Dan Gable today. These coaches played a major role in my life as a wrestler, first and foremost, and then a coach later on. I've taken a small piece of each of these coaches and collected them into my own style of coaching. When I look back, the following pieces of coaching have been molded into my style: hard work, structure, teamwork, leadership, dedication, motivation, respect, and technique. During my youth years, Bob Rafai was my coach. And there's one thing, if anybody knows about Bob Rafai, you learn hard work. At 6 years old, we were doing 100 push-ups a day. We started off with 100 jumping jacks, and they were the old school jumping jacks. You had slap here and slap here. It was crazy. But he installed in our mind at a young age how hard work will go on forever. My modified coaches were Jim Werbeck and Tim Moore. He installed teamwork in us, okay? If anybody knows, back in the 80s, we had the pit at the junior high school. And it was crazy even to walk down in there. They'd have 200 fans for a modified match crammed into this one little pit, okay? My varsity coaches, Wayne Blue and Mike Connors, both were great leaders. They showed dedication to kids and supported wrestling. They each motivated you in different ways. Wayne Blue, he was like the Zen master. He looked you in the eyes. He would say something motivating that made you click. During the ball zone match, my sophomore year, very scared, wrestling in front of 1,000 people. All he said was to me, "You pinned, well, you win." Right before I won the match. Okay, thank you, Wayne. I pinned, we won, okay. Mike, on the other hand, and Pat probably a testament to this, a little different, okay? He was more intense with his words. He was very tough. He used to slap me across the face until my superintendent asked him not to do that anymore. He left handprints on my face, okay? But I didn't mind that. And Pat's father, Mr. Connors, played a big role in my life. I remember after wrestling Liverpool, believe it or not, I thought I had a great match, and he came up to me and said, "Well, you're not that tough." Thank you, Mr. Connors. That kid from Beeville, Sherfling, he'll beat the crap out of you. He said another choice words too, but you can't say that today. So today I may change my ways around and tell kids, hey, the other kids work a little harder than you, okay? But I can't be as intense as that. But I learned a lot from those guys. I also learned structure from Dick for Five, how a program is run, put together, and everything is done to promote the sport. Structure is the key to practices, programs, coaching, and all those little things we overlook at times, okay? Having pride in your community and school and respecting the sport goes a long way, looking like a team. A lot of things you let go by, and you see a kid on the podium with a Dinosaur Barbecue t-shirt. He's representing your school, not Dinosaur Barbecue. So I remember the articles he's written, and I told my kids they'll never go on the podium without their uniform on. You represent your school. The last thing I learned from my parents, respect. Probably the most important aspect of anything in life. It's been lost by many. My parents have always preached and taught me to have and show respect for everyone. Respect all, fear none. You're always going to remember the people who are respectful and respected you the most. I've also learned along the way, there's a lot of things you don't do as a coach. You don't argue with an official. You ask for clarification. Okay. I learned that from Mr. Tracy next to me. And Mr. D. Barberi's not here today. He almost threw me out of my first match. I was hoping he was here to share that moment with me right now. I knew I was right, but he knew I was wrong. He actually told me he was going to throw me out the next time I said something. Okay? So I kept my mouth shut. Officials are like women. And I'm going to tell a line here, and I keep it right. Women will always win an argument, even when they're wrong.
Yeah.
Some are very smart, some not so much. Some will give you dirty looks, others will just smile. Some give you mixed signals. 2, takedown, 2, takedown. That's back points, buddy. And some others just give you a signal. Some of them you know exactly what they're thinking. And some of you wonder, what the hell are they thinking? Some give you the silent treatment after a match. Some just want to talk it out. Some will have a drink with you. And some will never accept a drink with you. It's not college, I'm not going to take advantage of you. Some love to argue, while others just won't argue at all. Some are loose, while some are very strict with their calls. Some know where the line is, while others just ignore it. But again, they're never wrong. All these coaches and officials played a important role in my life. They made me the person I am today. I really, truly appreciate that. Although I possess the leadership qualities that one needs to teach, instruct, and motivate, being a coach is much more than those X's and O's. Every kid is different today, and the hardest thing to do is to find out what makes them tick and motivate them from inside. So once you've done that, you hit the kids by the heart, their mind will follow, and you'll do great things with the program. I'm truly thankful for this prestigious award, and I'm honored to be here tonight speaking in front of you. Thank you very much.
Officials are like women. Thought you didn't get any calls this year, wait till next year, no. Even I wouldn't say that in front of this bunch. You know, I was going to do round 3 of this trivia, John, but nobody's into this, so we'll just... Yeah, the red wins by default. They're up by 6 points anyway, so you can't catch up. Or, excuse me, green. So.
Sell the business that they would be interested in. In 2012, John and Shelley purchased their third business and called it Albany Shoes and Sports. later short